welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
So, on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
is good.
Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
First and 10.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll step up and run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. He'll be out of bounds. That's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. They'll swing this out wide to Irving. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
3rd and 4.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
On the return, it's Covey. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
3rd down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no 1st downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. They go play action with Mayfield. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and 11. Throwing is Baker. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's Goddard in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
It is 3rd and long. That's Goddard in motion. 3rd and long for Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
At the 37-yard line.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Man in motion is Smith. Hurts using the pop pass. And he will score! Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They're an early hole, 14-0. Start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, Baker. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That is hard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 33 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football as they go to work on 1st and goal. Here's a run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Down at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Mike Evans, touchdown Tampa. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Buccaneers 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they'll get enough 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. Dotson, the man in motion. He'll get this out wide, and he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively. because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's taken in right side by Goddard. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Hurts again. He'll step up and run this. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a first down. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 25, here's second down and 3. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He gets 3, and he'll take this one in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. They'll start it here with a first and 10.
No time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my
Now Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's Barkley. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Elliott now for the extra point. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Mayfield. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. He'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, and Bucca. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he's gonna struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
On play action, Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here. as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. It is 2nd and 9. Dotson, the man in motion. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Finding space at the 15. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Makes the score Eagles 34, Buccaneers 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here comes Tucker. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Mayfield. Throw left side. Pulled in by Evans. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Clock will stop at 34 seconds to go until the break.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
They'll run with Irvin. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. So timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
2-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good, the hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Now Barkley. Flying through inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Room to run at the 40. Inside the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles stretch things out even further.
Buccaneers 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. It's Jalen Phillips in there to drop him. Loss of 5.
impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Baker to throw. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
Well, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now gives to Barkley, running right. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second down and 3. Here goes Hurts on the design run. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Philadelphia.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Off the play fake. Hurts. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
The throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. They send Godwin in motion. They go play action with Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Nolan Smith in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
There's Evans. He's got it. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Give. This is Irvin. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jalen Phillips. He gets into drop it. It's a loss of 8.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
It's Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Fake to give. Now it's Hurts. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll be second down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On second down, Hurts. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Hurts will try it again. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. He's to the 25, and mark him down up beyond the 30. That's a gain of 19, and a very quick first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Now, screen set up for Irvin. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. That one intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. And the Eagles will take over possession here at the 44.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's caught by Smith on the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On third down, it's Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Buccaneers have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big time.
They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. That's Ibuka in motion.
180!
Man in motion, heading left. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Levante David doing his work on defense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they need 7. Cooper going in motion. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. 4th quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This will be from 47 yards. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him dense. They're going to take over once more. The motion man is Johnson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Back to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game, and then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Tight end going in motion here. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Philadelphia.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there  Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Howell. That one caught by Smith. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Goal to go.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and goal. In motion, that's the tight end, Granson. They'll run with Bigsby. And he's going nowhere. Neck and drop behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
A 24-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Bucs offense getting set to get back to work. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
He'll step up and run this.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Irving. Has some room inside the 30. And they finally take him down, but not before he gets to the Eagles' 14-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Tampa.